Or stand or whatever you'd like to do. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. If you'd stand with me, our opening prayer is going to be by Corey Spangler, followed by our Pledge of Allegiance by Brady Ellenberg.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight grateful for the opportunity to join together in fellowship and celebrate our love for our community and our dedication to it and to one another. We ask that you grant us the wisdom to know your will and to know you. We ask that we look over those tonight suffering from loss, illness, or any of the other obstacles that you throws in our path. And we ask that you cast your protection over our first responders and our military service members. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Going for Clay? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Tammy, can you give us a roll call, please?
Long.
Here.
Spangler.
Here.
Red.
Here.
Hillenberg.
Here.
Coe. Here. Reed.
Here.
Weber.
Here.
Wayman.
Here. Looks like all are present. Next item is approval of minutes from last meeting. First, we'll take them two different votes. First one is December 19th, 2022 minutes. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion to approve minutes December 19th, 2022.
I got a motion from Stephen, and a second from Matt Weber to approve the December 19th, 2022 minutes. Any discussion, changes, or corrections? See none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Long.
Yes.
Spangler.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Hillenberg.
Yes.
Coe. Yes. Reed.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Wayman.
Passes 8-0. The next item is the January 1st, 2023 minutes.
Second.
I got a motion from James, a second for Brandon, to adopt the January 1st, 2023 minutes. Any discussions, changes, additions? See none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Long.
Yes.
Spangler.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Hillenberg.
Yes.
Coe. Yes. Reed.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Wayman.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Our next item is to read resolutions and ordinances by title only.
Make a motion that we read ordinances and resolutions by title only.
I got a motion by James, a second by Ron Waymack, to read ordinances and resolutions by title only. Any discussion? See none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Long.
Yes.
Spangler.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Hillenberg.
Yes.
Coe. Yes. Reed.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Waymack.
Passes 8-0. My next item is City Council old business. I see that we have none. Council, do you have any that may not be on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move into City Council new business. And my first item is a public hearing on ordinance number 2 of 2023. Tammy, could you read that for us, please, ma'am?
An ordinance to certify a tax lien to be filed with the Lonoke County Tax Collector against certain real property located at 400 East Main Street in the city of Cabot, Arkansas, and for other purposes. First reading.
I open this public hearing at 6:34. Is there anyone here for or against the tax liens on this property? Anyone like to comment? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing, also at 6:34. And then I ask council, is there any other action on this ordinance?
Make a motion, we waive the second and third reading of ordinance number 2, 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from Ed, a second from James to waive the second and third reading of ordinance number 2 of 2023. Any discussion by council? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please, Tammy.
Spangler,
Yes.
Red,
Yes.
Hillenberg,
Yes.
Coe,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes?
Weber,
Yes.
Waymack,
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Passes 8-0.
Make a motion, we adopt ordinance number 2 of 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from James, a second from Matt, to adopt ordinance number 2 of 2023. Any discussions by council? Once again, any discussion by the audience? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please, Tammy.
Spangler,
Yes.
Red,
Yes.
Hillenberg,
Yes.
Coe,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes?
Weber,
Yes.
Waymack,
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. No emergency clauses needed, council, just FYI. Next item, item C, is resolution number 2 of 23. Please, Tammy.
Resolution number 2 of 2023, a resolution authorizing the mayor of Cabot, city clerk treasurer, and other officials to enter into a regional planning commission and interlocal agreement with participating jurisdictions and for other purposes.
I'm trying to see if anybody from Jacksonville is here, but they're not. Council, what this is, if you read in the paper many times, do you have anything, Matt? Okay. As you read in the paper many times, the Little Rock Air Force Base, there's been a compatible use study that we've been working on for, I guess, 2 to 3 years now at least, maybe longer, about where to build and where to develop things economically on the no-fly zones or on noise ordinances and everything. And what's been proposed here is that the mayors of all these jurisdictions form together in an interlocal agreement to have their own regional commission that looks at projects just to make sure they're not messing things up for the Air Force Base. Because as we know, the Air Force Base, 40 to 50% of the people there on that base live in Cabot. So the Air Force Base is pretty important to our citizens, very important to the military, very important to our community. So what this is just y'all being aware of it and wanting to ask, are you okay with being part of that interlocal agreement? That's what this is.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2 of 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from Ed, a second from Stephen, to adopt resolution number 2 of 2023. Any discussions?
I would like to add, I was at that meeting 3 years ago when we had it in Jacksonville, and they had a representative that was heading it from Jacksonville, working directly with, and the air base has gotten a recognition of being one of the bases that has the best relationship with the community area around them of all of the bases. So it's beneficial not only for us, but beneficial for the base too.
It's protecting our community from our future selves that the base continues to get to stay. Any other from the audience? Any questions, comments before we vote? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy.
Reed,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Waymack, Long,
Yes.
Spangler,
Yes.
Red,
Yes.
Hillenberg,
Yes.
Coe.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Next item is resolution number 3 of 2023.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk treasurer to enter into an agreement with CAPDD for grant administration and other related services to waive the requirement of competitive bidding for said agreement, to amend the general fund of the 2023 annual operating budget, and for other purposes.
Okay, what this is, council, is, remember last year, Cabot was awarded the $1.9 million grant from the Economic Development Administration to install the infrastructure for the Unity Health Campus. This is intended to include the sewer, the water, the storm drainage, and the street construction. This is for an agreement with CAPDD, just like we did for our APRA funds, to make sure that we disperse those correctly and we have a watchdog over those funds that are our administrator of those funds. So CPDD will help us maintain our compliance with federal regulations through this duration of the grant. So it's just approving us to do business with them like we've done before in other grants.
Is this infrastructure in relationship to Unity Hospital?
Yes.
Thank you.
Make a motion, we adopt resolution number 3, 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from Matt. Who is my second?
Brandon?
Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Tammy. Any discussion?
I've got one quick question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
They are still managing that other
Yes, sir.
grant. I mean, we're not out of that yet. They're
No,
still
sir.
managing that as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes, sir. Any other from council? Any from the audience? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Coe?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Waymack? Long?
Yes.
Spangler?
Yes.
Red?
Yes.
Hillenberg?
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Next item is item E, resolution number 4 of 2023. Please, Tammy.
A resolution authorizing the offering of franchise fee revenue bonds to finance capital improvements, expressing the city's intent to reimburse itself with bond proceeds, and prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Thank you, Tammy. This resolution relates to the Price Cutter building. If you look to the drawing there to your right, you'll see the old picture of kind of how it looked. We're proposing to keep that picture to look the same and replacing the animal shelter portion, be the big bay in the middle and the big bay off to the left, with the Cabot Courts Justice Center and the police department. Everything else will remain the same as we originally proposed. The reason for the change is we've done bids, we've worked on this for over a year, we've done value engineering. The animal clinic, as it was stated, is coming in $5 million over budget. We've decided, and we've met with people in the industry, and we're looking more of a campus style. We think we might have found some land close to downtown that we could have a campus style with individual buildings and make what we need to make within our bond funds that we got from the public of $3.9 million. So what this would be doing is taking that space, and with the expansion of our courts in the state, and our judge is now a state judge. He's full-time judge now, and with our police growing as it is, and we all know where they've been located and they need more space. They're in several different buildings that would put them all in one location. It's something that we heard about in our town hall meetings. At first they didn't want to do it. Then after the fact, they said, why didn't we do it? This needs to happen. We need a separate police station, and what better use of this space than to do what we're thinking of. We've met with our architect and the person we were under contract with to kind of do our bidding for us and kind of look at expenses, and we can do this for under $8.5 million, and that's why we have Stevens here tonight to discuss anything about the money that you'd like to discuss in this resolution. Go ahead, Jack.
Mayor Kincaid, members of council, great to be with you all this evening. Yeah, on this intent resolution, it authorizes, as the mayor said, to net, somewhere between $8 to $8.5 million, and it authorizes a bond issue not to exceed 8.9. When we ran the numbers back in December, we were at a true interest cost of a 4.69%. I'm glad to tell you all, since the last month, interest rates have come down. Currently, we think we're at about a 4.15. Our goal is to offer bonds in 2 weeks from today on February the 6th. And this intent resolution allows you to spend city funds, reimburse yourself from the bond issue once it closes, and then, of course, authorizes Stevens and Friday, Eldridge and Clark to issue the bonds and provide all the legal documents. And I'd be happy to answer any questions. I will mention one thing, too. Your franchise fees have grown. In 2018, you netted a little over $1 million. 2022, a little over $1,453,000. So we're looking at a coverage ratio of about a 1.7, which clearly meets your additional bonds test, which is a 1.25.
Go ahead, James.
If I may, the original purchase of that building was done with franchise fees, I believe.
That's correct.
And now we're talking about an extended franchise fee bond.
Yes, sir. An additional franchise.
But we need that facility. And I agree with the mayor on that and with our police chief. So I see it as a plus.
Any other questions by council? Any questions from the audience? Jack, thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
See none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Hillenberg,
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Mayor, did we have a motion in a second?
Boy, I thought we did. I'm sorry, the discussion went crazy. Thank you, Tammy, I'm so sorry. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to adopt Resolution 4 of 2023.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion from Matt and a second from Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, for catching me on that. All in favor, please, Tammy?
Okay, let's start again. Yes, I got that, thank you.
Tammy was from Maggie. Thank you,
Yes,
Tammy.
Yes, got it. Okay, Hillenberg,
I'm looking at Tammy.
Yes.
Coe,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes?
Weber,
Absolutely.
Waymack,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Spangler,
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Next item is resolution number 5 of 2023. Please, Tammy.
A resolution approving of the demolition of the building located at 114 North First Street, approving of the construction and installation of a new community pavilion at that location, and for other purposes.
Okay, on this one, in 2021, as you remember, you guys and ladies let us purchase the Cabot Mini Mall in order to retain the property for any potential downtown revitalization. As you know, the Cabot Parks and Rec bond has funds set aside to build a pavilion for events. After much planning and deliberation with my staff, we recommended demolition of this existing building and construction of a pavilion in its place. As you can see over here to the right, you can see what that would look like, the big picture there above in the left corner. We believe this will enhance the downtown appearance and provide much needed event space for outdoor activities. The Lonoke County Multi-Use Trail, which you've also approved in the past, that is coming through our town, that's already been designed, will connect the City Hall, the Art Walk, and the all-inclusive park. And of course, downtown businesses. This pavilion will provide a venue for the Strawberry Fest, Cabot Fest, and other events, as well as a place for bikers, pedestrians using that trail. Plans are complete for this. We did have it designed just so we could bid it out to see if it was an option for the bond fund, which it is, and it's already in the budget, the funds are. And in addition, Cabot Mayor's Youth Council here's tonight, some of them are, and they were very persuasive in the fact that this is what Cabot needs for a place for youth to come and hang out. After school, we'll have Wi-Fi internet there as well, and we're trying to, as you know, bring the community together. And you know, we're building a sports pavilion, $18 million or $16 million, whatever it may be. I could be misquoting that. We've had so many numbers come through, but we're going to start it next month. And that's going to continue to make us a sports tourism with families here who bring their bikes in, want to camp out, want to stay in a hotel, and going to tour our city. So that's our recommendation to you, council, but we can't do anything without you allowing us to dismantle that building. And that's what we're asking for you today, and let us continue with using the proceeds and the drawings we have here to build this pavilion. In the farmer's market, we'll use it as well. I did mention that.
Mayor, a couple of questions,
Yes.
if you will indulge me. I saw on our local newspaper called Facebook
Sure.
that we were tearing everything down from the laundromat to Buffalo Insurance. Is that true?
That would be false. There's just some people on Facebook that like to make up various things that are false.
If the person that had put that information out had bothered to check, this location has its own address of 114 North First Street. Every other business in the mini mall has a separate address. None of those other businesses are going to be demolished. We're not taking over downtown.
Let me piggyback on that, because the same article in the same newspaper said that, Jeffrey, it wasn't your newspaper, said that we were going to kick the veterans out on the streets. Can you tell me, it seems to me like that we've done some action for the veterans, have we not?
We already put them in a new refurbished building.
A new refurbished building.
I guess they slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So they're well taken care of on that.
Yes, sir, that's correct. And that same person went in and told all the tenants that they were going to get destroyed, but they didn't know that our staff went through and showed them all the pictures, and they are all unanimously want this to happen in their buildings. So they were very relieved that their places aren't getting torn down, and the city doesn't own them, and the city can't tear them down. And, that's what you got to do when liars put things out.
Well, I just, I thought that we had, not about a year or so ago, that we had done quite a bit of action and announcements and grand openings and ribbon cuttings and everything for the veterans, and I thought they were extremely happy. I did not know they had moved back into their old place with the ceilings falling down and everything. I was a bit taken back by that, I'll have to say.
Well, they don't like to put the good constructive news on Facebook like that, so people must have forgotten.
That being said, I will make a motion that the city council will, I hope, unanimously approve ordinance number 5 of 2023.
I'll second.
I got a motion from Ed, a second from James, to approve resolution number 5 of 2023. Any discussion by council?
I've got a couple, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Do we have any idea how much the demo is going to be?
The demo is going to be done by our construction services department. So we'll have to rent some dumpsters. Mike's here. Mike, do you have a kind of an idea what you think that would be? Have you put the pen to the paper yet? It'll be within the budget that is on the financials, but
What's budgeted for this?
on the financials, $600,000.
Sorry. Full demo, dumpsters, debris removal should be less than 20,000.
Thank you, Mike.
And how did we get from, which I was against buying the mini mall in the first place, but how did we get from doing rental property to doing a pavilion, which I think the pavilion idea is wonderful.
Sure.
Because, like I said, I don't believe the city should have any business owning rental property.
Well, I think we listened to you, Brandon.
It's
Thank you,
about
Brandon.
time.
Anybody else? Anyone from the audience want to comment on resolution number 5 of 2023?
Hello. Hi, I'm Anna Hopper. I'm the liaison for the Mayor's Youth Council. At our past meeting, we voted unanimously to support the input of this pavilion, and a few of our representatives are here and would like to voice some of their thoughts on this.
Thank you, Anna.
I think that this will be a great addition to the city of Cabot because it will continue to be an outlet for local artists, and it will have many murals, so it can continue to create things like that artwork that we have and be a place for local artists to express themselves.
Can you state your name for the record?
I'm Aubrey White.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Hey, I'm Mason Delamater, and we really want to thank you for considering to build this pavilion because we think it's a really great opportunity for youth and even adults to come and hang out and meet together. And also, I'd really like to point out the building of the bike trails. I think that's a great way to get the community to get out and exercise, and it's a great thing for the community to participate in. We want to thank you for considering it. So.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Gavin Reardon, R-E-A-R-D-O-N. I don't pronounce it good sometimes, but I just wanted to let y'all know that in our discussion during the youth council meeting, we were very passionate about how much of a contribution this would be to the city. And at least from a teenager's perspective, you know, I have a lot of peers who they're not able to do a lot of good things. You know, they have some riffraff that they engage in because they just frankly don't have outlets to go and express themselves in a good way, and this offers an opportunity for them to do that. And I just wanted to personally thank the council for considering it.
Let them know that we welcome them to change their ways.
If I may, one more thing. When it is 120 degrees outside in the summer, can we add like giant fans to cool it all off? Yeah.
I think we probably can add that. Yes, sir.
And whenever it gets about 10 degrees, we can get some heaters in there too.
Okay. We got to make them look pretty though, because the architect, look how pretty it looks. So he's got to figure out how to put them in there so it still looks pretty, right? So we'll figure something out, but we'll get you some heat and some airflow. Thank you, council. Anyone else from the audience? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy.
Red.
Yes.
Hillenberg.
Yes.
Coe.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes?
Weber.
Yes.
Excuse me. Waymack.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Spangler.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Next resolution is resolution number 6 of 2023. Please, Tammy. Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me. Okay, resolution number 6 of 2023. A resolution approving the selection of group's recommendation of Bond Consulting Engineers, Inc., to be a professional service provider and for other purposes.
Thank you, Tammy. Council, what this is what y'all, the four of you did when you went through the list of people that were applying to do the engineering on the EDA grant. 4 of you did that and 3 of us from staff, and the results were that Bond Consulting Engineers won. So this is basically the housekeeping legislation to say they were the winner and give us permission to use them.
I make a motion to adopt resolution 6 of 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from James, a second from Ron, to adopt resolution number 6 of 2023. Any discussion by council? Any by the audience? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please, Tammy.
Spangler.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Hillenberg.
Yes.
Coe.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes?
Weber.
Yes.
Waymack.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Next resolution, Tammy, resolution number 7 of 2023, please.
A resolution approving a change order for the Cabot City Hall exterior front facade renovation to amend the general fund of the 2023 annual operating budget and for other purposes.
Thank you, Tammy. Just a little bit about this one, council. As you know, Moser Construction was the city's contractor for the city facade project, which is 95% complete. Due to market conditions, the project has taken a little bit longer than anticipated. The project was a remodel. As with any remodel, things were discovered in the process that needed to be modified and changed. Moser was gracious to continue working with this process to make these changes on the fly. And as you know, there was a lot of issues with some of their construction that had to be redone, as you saw, and none of this reflects that. They ate all that cost on their own. About half of the money, $26,923 of it in this change order, was to extend the retaining wall to the northwest corner near the art walk. Given our plan to connect and revitalize the area, we added the concrete hand well, bit of generator pad, and surfaced the entire lower area. We provided the police department an outdoor break area and dealt with some drainage problems to prevent water from getting in the squad room with that, in that amount. So it's, the total overall amount, I believe, is $51,892. So any specific questions you have, please let me, and I believe Brian's here tonight, so he could help out, him or Mike.
So could someone explain to me what an EIFS is? And some of these things, and I just because I'm ignorant, I'm curious as to why they weren't included in the original scope of the project.
EIFS is EFS, the brick side of the building, the brick, the material of the brick, the painting of the brick, the drive it, it's the exterior, EFS.
Thank you. But as far as the handrail and the gutters, none of that was included in the original project scope?
Brian?
Yeah, I realize it's a little confusing when you see it in broad scope like that. The handrail that is listed in this change order has yet to be completed. It is, as you know, the fence on the top of the art walk fell over during, I think it was Cabot Fest. Some people leaned against it and it broke off, and we needed to put back something safe. We wanted that, because of the revitalization there, we wanted that handrail to match what we already had in this contract. So this 26,923 will continue that from the stairway that goes down into the art walk from the parking lot all the way to the end near Supreme Lending. So that is work yet to be completed. The remainder of this work, while it's a valid question, why was it not included? That would be a question of the guttering, for example, was just not included in the original architect's plan. So we, as the way it's set, the overhang was right on the handicap ramp. It was illogical to have patrons approach the building. So some of these things began, there was one major change, an 8625, that was an error on the part of the architect, and they paid for some of that cost on their own, so to reimburse us. So most of this is pretty much housekeeping. You can see some credits where you can see that we eliminated some parapet cap and some of those things. So they were, each one of these was minor enough not to bring to you along the way. And as the mayor said, Moser has been gracious enough to get it done because it needed to be done.
All right, thank you.
That's that helps.
Good explanation, and I now know what an EFS is.
Or stucco. Stucco's the other. Took me a minute. Stucco. Any other questions by council? Go ahead.
Is this it? Is it going to be done?
I asked Brian that too. I believe this is it. Yeah. Go ahead, Brian. If it's not,
Yes.
it's Brian. If it's not, it's Brian's fault. You get blamed for enough, Mike, so I'm gonna leave you out of this one. No, if I didn't have these two guys, you saw the stuff getting built and torn down. The whole crew was on this. The crew's on every project. We make sure it's done particularly right, and that's why you saw a lot of deconstruction and construction, because it wasn't going up as plans and specs. So we were questioning everything the contractor did. So that's why we will be doing our pavilion ourselves and stubbing out the different parts, but overlooking it. So they're very particular. So that just saving the city money and getting it built right the first time. Any from the audience? Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Long?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mayor, did we do it again? Do we have a motion and a second?
Of course we did.
Okay.
I pulled it Ed tonight, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Twice.
And I'm keeping count.
Can I get a motion, please?
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve resolution number 7 of 2023.
Second.
I got a motion from Ed, a second from Stephen to approve resolution number 7 of 2023. One last discussion by council. Seeing none, all in favor, roll call vote, please. Tammy?
Long?
Yes, ma'am.
Spangler?
Yes.
Red?
Yes.
Hillenberg?
No.
Coe?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Waymack?
Passes 6-2.
6-2, yes, sir.
Okay, now, any other new business, council? Seeing none, now we can move into community input. Now's the time to address the mayor and the council for anything you might have. You can come to the podium, state your name, and tell us if you live in Cabot or not.
Rich Steele, and yes, I do live in Cabot. Question, the mining quarry has started again, as you all know, back up behind Marco's Pizza now. It was behind, they did the leveling off. We tolerated there for all of it that was going on. And at that time, I know it was Jeff Smith Farms that was doing the work up there. And it's now taken over by somebody else. I don't know who it is. I do know from some phone calls that I made that I don't know if it was the city or somebody else that called Jeff Smith's Farms and asked them to clean up the roadway because it's tracking dirt out on the roadway. When they were doing the work, they were regular about going out and sweeping it off and cleaning it up. Well, evidently nobody knows who's doing it because, as I understood, it was the city that made a phone call to Jeff Smith Farms and told him to sweep the road, at which time Jeff told him, it ain't mine. So it brought me up to another couple questions. Do they have their mining permit, and do they have their permits for doing that within the city limits?
Laura? No, sir, they don't, and they should.
I was going to say somebody better follow up. I think the mining permits are about $10,000 they have to put up, and they need to have the permits for doing all the quarry work. And then we'll know who's doing it so it can get swept off.
Yeah, I bet they're attaching off of Jeff Smith's. They think they're okay, but they got to get a new permit.
Yep, and they got to do.
But Jeff didn't know who was.
He does not
the new
know
one?
who's doing
Okay.
it.
We'll find out this week. Hey, I'll give you a call as soon as I find out. Chief?
All right, I just wanted, first of all, I want to thank y'all for your support and the vote tonight towards the new Justice Center. That's going to be greatly appreciated. But what I'm here for tonight is we are starting our first Cabot Police Department Citizens Police Academy. We are starting it in April. It will be 8 weeks, meeting one night a week here at the event center. And what I wanted to do, our motto this year for this academy is partnership through participation. I wanted to open this up to council members, and if any of you are interested in attending this, please reach out to myself or Captain John Dodd. He's the one that's heading this project up. If you cannot attend, if you are a member of an organization and you'd like to nominate somebody, I know Lions Club, Kiwanis Club, if y'all want to nominate somebody to attend, I'm also going to offer this to any department head as well, anybody in their senior leadership or them that would like to attend. But y'all know we've been doing our junior police academy for many years, and it's been extremely successful. And this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, is open this up for the adults. I think it'll be a good partnership within the community. And I'll open up if any of you got any questions or any input.
When does it start and what day of the week is it going to be on?
It's going to be on Tuesday night. It'll start the first week of April and will run through
the end of May, right before school gets out.
End of May, right before school gets out. So if any of you are interested in attending, if y'all want to reach out to me or John Dodd, just let us know. We'll put you on the list. We are going to open this up to the public as well, but we wanted to give y'all the first shot at attending this year.
How much do we need to contribute?
It is free. Anybody who wants to make a volunteer or make a donation, I'll be happy to accept it and use it towards the academy.
And you did tell me today, I talked to this for the youth council, you have to be 18 to participate. So if there's anyone on the youth council, we'll at least take one, but maybe we could find another spot, but we'll have to talk about that if one of you want to attend, but you have to be 18.
Yeah. Again, if you got any questions, holler at me or John Dodd. We squared away.
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, can we get an update on the MEMS building and how that's going?
Mike? What?
As you're all aware, the MEMS is going into the old military museum the school had over there on South First. The construction is progressing well. If you've driven by, the new storefront windows are in. This is all 100% paid for by MEMS, as a reminder. The city's not paying for any of this. The new storefront windows have gone in, fully painted. All the repairs are done inside. We're waiting on flooring. Cabinets are going in on Friday. Countertops will be next week. Flooring's looking at that. They should be ready for move-in on February 15th, but I know their planning move-in date is March 1st.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Director Wheeler, could you, for the public, give us an update on the baby box, the Safe Haven baby box?
Chief Moore had let me know the baby box did come in. It's sitting at Central Station. Construction crew is waiting on some pricing for replacing a window above it, but we hopefully will have that installed within the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else?
Mayor, I've got one just
Yes,
quickly.
sir.
My first of the year departmental things, I've already got with Ben. We've got a preliminary schedule out. He will email the department heads on whenever we want them. Going to be a little bit longer this year because we've got more, busier. We expect the reports to probably be longer, so we may go over another month or what we generally do. James is going to have his two departments in it as well, so that's going to extend it a little bit. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good.
Okay. Yes, sir. And also the state of the city. We'll do it before the end of March. Okay. Anyone else? Seeing none, council one more time. You have anything? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Got a motion from Stephen, second from Matt. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Adjourned at 7:14. Thanks everybody for coming out.